What if a full-scale trade war erupted between China and the United States? Imagine this. What if a full-scale trade war erupted between China and the United States? Sounds like a scene from a sci-fi movie, right? But the truth is, this scenario is more possible than you might think, and its impact wouldn't just hit China and the US, it would shake every corner of the globe, including you and me. Now you might be thinking, a trade war? You mean taxes and tariffs, and that's it? Nope, my friend, it's way deeper than that. A trade war between the world's two largest economies means an economic earthquake that shakes global markets. From the price of your daily groceries to the technology in your pocket and even the jobs we all rely on. Let's take a step back and set the stage. China and the US aren't just the biggest economies in the world, they're tightly intertwined. The US imports billions of dollars worth of Chinese goods, electronics, clothing, raw materials, you name it. Meanwhile, China depends on the American market to sell its products and also for access to advanced technology and major investments. Now picture this. The trade war explodes. The US slaps massive tariffs on Chinese products and China retaliates with even harsher measures. The result? Prices skyrocket everywhere. Imagine your next smartphone costing twice as much, or basic goods like food and clothing becoming far more expensive. But it's not just consumers who'd feel the heat. Global companies that rely on China as the world's factory would face major disruptions. Giants like Apple, Samsung, and even major car manufacturers would struggle with production and distribution. This means more unemployment, a drop in investments, and an economic slowdown that could last for years. And it doesn't stop there. Other countries would get caught in the crossfire. Europe, for instance, relies heavily on trade relationships with both China and the US. As the global economy takes a hit, you might see ripple effects like currency devaluation, inflation, and even the collapse of emerging markets that depend on global stability. Now, some might wonder, could this trade war lead to an actual war? The answer isn't simple, but history shows that economic conflicts often escalate political tensions. When countries start punishing each other economically, it breeds hostility that can spill over into political or even military conflicts. And when you add in global alliances and shifting geopolitical balances, things can spiral out of control fast. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. In some scenarios, a trade war could push countries to develop their domestic industries and reduce their dependence on foreign markets. For example, the US might ramp up local manufacturing, creating new jobs. Similarly, China could shift its focus inward, strengthening its domestic market or forging new trade partnerships with other countries. Still, this isn't a magic fix. Building new supply chains or developing local industries takes time and massive resources. And in the meantime, the global economy would be stuck in a period of serious turbulence. At the end of the day, the real question is there ever a winner in a trade war of this scale? The harsh reality is that in trade wars, everyone loses. The losses might vary from one country to another, but the negative impacts ripple through every layer, from giant corporations down to the everyday consumer. So, the next time you hear about escalating trade tensions between China and the US, remember, this isn't just about numbers and economic reports. It's a scenario that could reshape the world as we know it and affect every part of our daily lives. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about how other global crises could impact our world, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. And let me know in the comments, how do you think the world would change if a full-scale trade war broke out? Let's discuss.